Hey everyone, it's Laura from ouroilyhouse.com, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your own seasoned salts using your essential oils and a few other spices and herbs. I have been using my essential oils in my kitchen for a while now to season different meats and side dishes and even smoothies and desserts. And I started playing around with making a few different seasoned salts, and I have a few recipes nailed down that I'm excited to share with you. The first one I want to share with you is an Italian seasoned salt. We are going to first just start off by putting 2 tablespoons of salt I'm using a little mason jar because these have to be in airtight containers when they're done, so this is perfect to store it in. And I like to use pink Himalayan salt. Now, salt can get a very bad rep because if you're using iodine table salt, it's very refined and it goes through a lot of processing where basically all the nutrients come out of it, and they add in some anti-clumping agencies to it. So if you use sea salts or pink Himalayan salts, these have almost no processing done to them. There is over 84 trace minerals found in pink Himalayan salt. So this is the kind of salt that I like to use, and I think that pink Himalayan salt can be very healthy for you. There are a ton of benefits of using pink Himalayan salt, and I wrote more about this over on the blog if you're interested. After you put your 2 tablespoons of pink Himalayan salt in there, or whatever salt you're using, hopefully some sort of sea salt or natural salt, we are going to add in just a half of a teaspoon of some dried rosemary. And then we're going to add in our essential oils. And for this one, I am using 1 drop of rosemary, 1 drop of basil, 1 drop of thyme, and 1 drop of oregano. All the different ones that are good for Italian seasoning. And then we're just going to stir this up just a bit here, and to get the oils all incorporated into the salt and into the dry herb. And this is going to make a delicious seasoning anytime you're making an Italian dish. If you are making a pasta sauce, or maybe you're just trying to season your chicken. Now, whenever you're using essential oils for cooking, a couple things to remember. 1, they're very powerful, so you don't need a lot. If you saw, I only used 1 drop of each in here. And second, you want to try to add this in at the end of cooking. So it's kind of best to use these as a finishing seasoning, because the least amount of heat that the essential oils have is going to preserve their therapeutic benefit. Now, it's totally okay to season your chicken before and bake it. You just might not get all the therapeutic benefits of the essential oil. That is my Italian one. Now, the next one, we are going to do the same thing, 2 tablespoons of salt. And this one is going to be for a Mexican style seasoning. And so in this one, I'm going to add in a half a teaspoon of dried cilantro. Then I'm going to add in 1 drop of cilantro essential oil. And then I'm going to add in about 2 to 4 drops of lime essential oil. And this is kind of by preference, depending on how limey or citrusy you want yours to taste. I love that taste of lime, so I'm going to do about 3 drops in mine. And then the same as the Italian one, we're just going to stir this up to get all the essential oils and cilantro mixed into the salt. And this is going to be the best seasoning salt to use if you're making fajitas or tacos or a burrito or anything that you want that Mexican flavor to. You can add this seasoned salt. And this one is one of my favorites for sure. The last one I'm going to share with you is a little bit different than a traditional seasoned salt, because this one has a sweet flavor to it. And so it's going to be a little bit of a different recipe, but this one is another one that we just love. So we are going to add in just 1 tablespoon of salt, and then I do a half of a teaspoon of coconut sugar. And then I add in 1 drop of cinnamon essential oil and 1 drop of wild orange essential oil. And this one is great for any type of recipe that calls for salt when you're baking. You can use this to top some toast if you're making like cinnamon toast. It's absolutely delicious on there. I love to make a baked sweet potato and then sprinkle this on top of it with a little bit of butter. Now, of course, right now, if you've been following my videos, I'm doing Whole30, so that's not a Whole30 approved snack. Over on the blog, I shared a few more seasoned salt recipes. I have a lemon rosemary one, a chili lime, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it with these three so it doesn't get too long. But if you're interested in a few more recipes, you can head over to the blog and grab those. And if you are looking for more essential oil education, I have a free online class that's linked down in the description below. And if this is your first time by my channel, I would love if you hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every single week on essential oil education, DIY recipes, and natural remedies for your home health and body. Thank you so much for stopping by our oily house.